accept our limitations. We're all so full of ourselves that we forget that we are human. We are prone to error, as Benjamin Franklin said. We invent error also. But this is the truth. But are there ways in which we can join hands together and contribute to an extremely exemplary education system in India? I believe we can, provided we believe that we are human. The second one is from an interesting book called Uncommon Sense and Common Nonsense. It is by Jules Goddard and Tony Eccles. Okay? I'll share the books later with you, the references. But I hope the message is clear, and I wish you all a great conference. Welcome to this, and good morning. Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. I would now like to introduce Dr. Mrs. Pankaj Mittal, Madam, the Secretary General of the Association of Indian Universities, to the audience. Dr. Mittal is an eminent woman academic administrator of the country. Dr. Mittal was the founder Vice Chancellor of Bhagat Phool Singh Mahila Vishwavidyalaya, Kanpur Kala, Sonipat. She served the University Grants Commission for more than 3 decades. Dr. Mittal received the President of India Award for Digital Initiatives in Higher Education. May we now have the privilege of hearing from Dr. Mittal.
Thank you very much. A very good morning to all of you in this beautiful city of Hyderabad. The Honorable Governor of Telangana, Jharkhand and Pondicherry, Shri C.P. Radhakrishnan-ji. The Chairman of AICTE, All India Council for Technical Education, Professor T.G. Sitharam-ji. The President of AIU and the Vice Chancellor of USTM University Meghalaya, Professor G.D. Sharma-ji. The Vice Chancellor of ICFAI University, Professor L.S. Ganesh. I just heard him and I was thinking he was a man of literature, English literature. The Vice President of AIU and the Vice Chancellor of CSJM University Kanpur, Professor Vinay Pathak-ji. Professor Madhavi, who is the coordinator of this meet. Members of AIU Governing Council who are here. The former presidents of AIU, Dr. Ranbir Singh, Professor Suranjan Das, and Professor D.S. Chauhan are here. Distinguished chairpersons and speakers of the technical sessions, representatives of the apex bodies, esteemed vice chancellors of university from not only India but also abroad, faculty members of ICFAI who are present here, eminent dignitaries, media persons, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to all of you to the 98th AIU General Meet and the National Conference of Vice Chancellors, and the theme is Higher Education at 2047. First of all, I would like to thank ICFAI University, especially Professor Ganesh and his entire dedicated team of faculty members, students, volunteers who have been helping all of us in organizing this conference. You know that a conference of this magnitude takes a lot of time, effort, and energy. So thanks to his dedicated team for making all the arrangements and for taking care of us and for our comfortable stay. And if there is any lacuna anywhere, I take the personal responsibility. Please forgive and please bear with us. We are grateful to Shri C.P. Radhakrishnan-ji, Honorable Governor of Telangana, Jharkhand, and Puducherry, for accepting our invitation to inaugurate the 98th AIU General Body Meet and National Conference, in spite of his busy schedule, being the governor of three states. One is Telangana, Jharkhand, and Puducherry. So we know that how busy he would be. So thanks for accepting our invitation, sir. Thank you very much. As we enter the Amrit Kal and proceed towards the 100 years of Bharat's independence in 2047, we felt that the higher education institutions have a lot to contribute in the journey of the Bharat towards becoming Vishwaguru, towards becoming Viksit Bharat, towards becoming a developed nation. Therefore, we kept the theme of this conference as Higher Education at 2047, that how higher education should be during this journey towards Vishwaguru, how higher education institutions can contribute towards journey, because When we talk of demographic dividend of India, that demographic dividend lies in our universities, those young students, and the future of the future of the nation is destined in our classrooms. So we thought higher education at 2047 would be the apt theme for this particular conference. And keeping this in mind, we held 5 conferences, which were a sort of a precursor to this main conference. And the themes were relating to research and innovation, digital literacy, how to promote digitization in the field of higher education, how to integrate Bharatiya knowledge system in the field of higher education, how to promote internationalization of higher education, and how to sort of skill our student population for the future of the work. So these were the 5 themes, but before coming to this conference, let me also tell you a little about AIU, especially the governor, sir. Sir, AIU is a 100-year-old body. It was established in 1925, and this is the largest university association of the world. So in the world, we do not have such an association. Right now, we have 1,007 universities as the members of AIU, and these members are from India as well as abroad. And not only, and the membership consists of all the universities. It consists of central universities, state universities, deemed universities, institutions of national importance, private universities, as well as 16 associate members, which are the international universities. And at AIU, we engage with, say, vice chancellors in terms of holding vice chancellors conferences. We engage with them in terms of having roundtable conferences. We engage with the faculty by holding a lot of capacity building programs for them. And for the students, we do a lot of engagement in terms of sports activities, in terms of youth festivals, sort of promoting the culture of India. We do a lot of research convention for the students in the form of Anveshan, which is now internationalized. And we also do equivalence of foreign degrees with the Indian degrees, which is a mandate given to us by the government of India. Some of the achievements in the recent past, I'm not going in detail because I know time is short. Some of the achievements in recent past are establishing a Indian network of international higher education, because most of the countries have a network for international higher education, but in India we did not have it so far. So we have prepared an Indian network for international higher education. In one of the sessions here during this conference, the session on internationalization, we will be sort of launching this internationalization of higher education network. We recently did Bharat-Nepal Higher Education Summit in Kathmandu. The Vice Chancellor, Professor Bhola Thapa, is here. And also for promoting internationalization, we have partnered with Adifi Online to provide foreign teachers to Indian universities at a very, very low cost. So there will also be a presentation about that. We have also started AIU consultancy services to help our universities in, say, NAC rating, NIRF ranking, internationalization, SDG implementation, NEP implementation, and many more areas, including University Industry Connect. We have also opened, we call it AADC, Academic and Administrative Development Centers, to train the faculty on how to use the technology, especially the AI and the related technology, in teaching, learning, research, and governance of the universities. We have recently framed a draft national policy on blended education. Again, that will be released in the inaugural session. It has been done in collaboration with SEMCA. The director, Dr. Shedrack, is also here. We have also prepared a university handbook in 4 volumes, around 5,000 pages. And many, many more things. I mean, we are doing a lot, many things in the UGC. Many releases will be done in this conference that will tell you, all of you, that what all we have been doing. And the session will comprise of 5 sessions. 5 sessions will be technical sessions. One will be on integrating Bharatiya knowledge system with the higher education. Second session will be on nurturing research and innovation ecosystem. Third will be on digital transformation in higher education. Fourth, on globalization and internationalization of higher education. And fifth session on future of work and skill development. In all these sessions, we'll be talking about what the university should be doing in all these areas to travel that journey of till 2047, so that India becomes a Vishwaguru, India becomes a Viksit Bharat, India becomes a developed nation. So once again, thank you, sir, and thanks to all the vice chancellors here who have come here from far-off places to come and join this conference, and who will be deliberating a lot in the deliberations when the sessions are held. and I'm sure conference will be a huge success, and the deliberations of this conference will go as a recommendation to the Government of India, and it will find place in many policy documents of the Government of India. Thank you very much, and welcome once again. Jai Bharat, Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam. Our next speaker is Professor Vinay Kumar Pathak. Dr. Vinay Kumar Pathak is the Vice President of the Association of Indian University and Vice Chancellor, Chhatrapati Shahuji Maharaj University, Kanpur. Professor Pathak has served before in a number of universities as a Vice Chancellor. He was instrumental in the implementation and promotion of Vedic mathematics in 1992. I now request Professor Pathak to address the gathering.
Good morning to everybody, and welcome to this conference on the 100th year of AIU. Nature has got its own coincidences, as we have heard that AIU is proud of a person who has headed AIU as Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, who is the president of the country. But today, on the 100th year, we have got another luminary, C.P. Radhakrishnan ji, to give us blessings, and I think this is a natural coincidence, and for every organization, God makes his own coincidences, these kind of things. Honorable Chairman of AICT, who is another visionary person, he is giving us the plenary lecture. Honorable President, Professor G.D. Sharma ji, Pankaj ji, Madhvi ji, and Dr. Ganesh, who is the prestigious Vice Chancellor, and the fraternity of Vice Chancellors. The Honorable Vice Chancellor of ICFAI has told that AIU is before this country. I think I have to make a correction. This country is of thousands of years. It may be correct that the country, when we got independence from Britishers in 47, the AIU was constituted before that kind of a thing. But the country has got a very bigger legacy, and I don't know how many long years we have got our civilizations in this country. I think under the guidance of the Honorable Prime Minister in last 10 years, we stood in front of the world in a different dimensions. As a science and the mathematics student, we always say that from a Cartesian coordinate, we have moved to the spherical coordinates. Yes, it's true that we have got our first national education policy, which is more rooted in the ethos and the DNA of our civilizations. But still, it is also true to achieve that 2047 goal, what Pankaj Madam has told, is also a challenge in front of us. Because if we are trying to become more developed, I also want you to remind the famous quote of the person where the Nokia got failed, the CEO's version. It's true or not, I don't know, but it was viral on the WhatsApp. That CEO of Nokia said that we were good, we were ethical, we were working strong, but we failed. We don't fail because due to our practices, but we failed because we could not know the opposition people or the kind of people who were running with us, what was their pace. So in the world, it will be decided by contenders with what pace and with what things they are running, whether we will be able to compete or not. We are running solidly, but we have to take care of those, because I think every country like South Asian country, China, US, and all other big economic peoples are also running fast in terms of technologies. I think it's a time for us to introspect and move fast with this kind of ecosystem which is given in last 10 years, at least in our lifetime with the country. Because we have to hear Dr. Sitaram sir and our honorable guest, Dr. Radhakrishnan ji. I come from a place where we have, where our honorable Prime Minister earlier, Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, was the alumni of our institute. So with his couplets of poem, I will just try to see that we all do hard work, and it is as that, हम पड़ाव को समझे मंजिल, लक्ष्य हुआ आंखों से ओझल, वर्तमान के मोह जाल में आने वाला कल न भुलाएं, आओ फिर से दिया जलाएं, आहुति बाकी यज्ञ अधूरा, अपने को विघ्नों ने घेरा, अंतिम जय को ब्रज बनाने, नौ दधीज हड्डियां गलाएं, आओ फिर से दिया जलाएं। थैंक यू वेरी मच एंड वेलकम टू एवरीबॉडी।
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening choice of words. I would request everyone to keep their mobile phones and other gadgets in silent mode, please. Thank you. I would now like to take this opportunity to introduce our next speaker, Professor G.D. Sharma, sir. Professor G.D. Sharma is the President of the Association of Indian Universities, New Delhi, and Vice Chancellor of the University of Science and Technology, Meghalaya. A much acclaimed academic of the country, Professor Sharma held many important positions in the education system of India. Professor Sharma currently is the senior most Vice Chancellor of the country. We now eagerly await the address by the President of the Association of Indian Universities, and I now request him to grace us with his words.
Thank you very much, and good morning to all of you. Honorable Shri C.P. Radhakrishnan ji, Honorable Governor of Telangana, Honorable Governor of Jharkhand, and Honorable Governor of Puducherry, Professor T.G. Sitaramji, Chairman of AICT, Professor Vinay Kumar Pathak ji, Vice President of AIU and Vice Chancellor of CSJM University, Kanpur, Dr. Mrs. Pankaj Mittal ji, Secretary General AIU, Professor Dr. L.S. Ganesh ji, Honorable Vice Chancellor ICFAI, Dr. Madhvi ji, Coordinator from ICFAI of this National Conference of AIU, Professor Ganesh Kannibaran ji, Director NEC, Professor Rajiv Kumar ji, Honorable Secretary AICT, Dr. R.C. Agrawal ji, DDG ICR, galaxy of Honorable Vice Chancellors from different universities of India and abroad, officers of AIU, officers from the government of different governments of states, especially government of Telangana, faculty members of ICFAI, invited guests, speakers, media persons, ladies and gentlemen. It is really a great honor to be here to deliver the presidential address of the AIU while it has entered in the centurion year of its establishment. AIU has been playing significant contributions in preparing research-based policies related to the need of the higher education, sports, culture, internationalization of higher education, and I am really honored to carry forward the legacy of the stalwarts of AIU like Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan ji, Dr. Zakir Hussain ji, Dr. Mudliakar ji, Dr. Shama Prasad Mukherjee ji. I humbly extend my sincere thanks to Professor L.S. Ganesh ji, Vice Chancellor of ICFAI for the higher education deemed to be University, Hyderabad, who is kind enough to host this 98th Annual General Body Meeting as well as the National Conference of the AIU. I also take this opportunity to mention that in last 1 year we have been able to get a lot of support from different countries of the world who have come forward to support the AIU, where the membership has grown to 1,007. Still, some of the memberships are in the pipeline. We are holding this special national conference during Amrit Kal, which holds potential in terms of shaping higher education to meet the challenges as well as to provide opportunities in 21st century, especially how the higher education system of India, one of the largest in the world, has opportunities, and also having 1,265 universities, more than 50,000 colleges, nearly 4.3 crores of the youths, how they can be converted into a most dynamic youths making contributions in taking India to a new height in the socio-economic development. I would like to highlight the work of the sports division, where the 31st World University Games, India has achieved a significant mark, coming from 29th to 7th position and also winning maximum medal, the medal which we could not win in 60 years. Last year, 26 more medals were won. The Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, made a special mention in his Mann Ki Baat, and taking that clue, AIU has now decided that 5 zonal special coaching centers to provide international support to the sports personalities will be established by AIU to bring the internationally supporting the coaching to those youths, so that they will have new opportunities in creating their future scope and making India to the highest top. In last 1 year, especially, the internationalization of the education has been the main focus by AIU, and number of activities, number of delegations to different countries, a number of MOUs have been signed, and new portal has also been established. And from physical to digital form of the communication has been also in the process, and also the work which started about the renovation last 2 years is now almost completed. I request you all that now you can stay in the guest house of AIU, which is made functional. You can also hold your meetings in the conference complex of AIU in Delhi, which is centrally located. The details of the progress report has already been made by our Honorable Secretary General. I will just briefly give that last year we organized the Bharat-Nepal Higher Education Summit for the first time to take Indian education outside, first of all to neighboring countries, and give the leadership and opportunities, and also to strengthen our historic relationship, cultural aspects, and also see that both the countries can have better exchange of the students, teachers, and utilize the facilities which are available in higher education, and how they can make contribution in the utilization of the resources. The university cluster pilot study has also been started by AIU. Anveshan, as Madam told, has now gone the international. The students and also the mentors can take part from different countries where they will have better opportunities to interact with the youths of India. There has been a lot of changes, particularly in the initiation of progress made towards the internationalization of the education. I will not be going into the detail. The copy of the presidential address will be available with everyone. But we have to remember that the market size of the youths in India is one of the largest. And the scope for the reach to these more than 500 million youths is about $225 billion by 2025. So India has to take and especially the academic leaders of our country, that to identify those areas where students are going outside. Instead of going outside, they remain in country, attract the internationalization and collaboration by different kind of degree, joint degree, or training, or 1 semester abroad, 2 semester of other country students here. So, integration of the Bharatiya Gyan Parampara, that is BKS, has also been given the importance. A special conference was held in East Zone, and it has been also suggested how to incorporate following UGC regulations at both UG and PG level. Particularly, how the languages of Indian nations, different states, especially the Sanskrit, can become a driving force in converging the better understanding and also creating better flow of the knowledge, for which AICT has already developed the app, and now it is possible that in any Indian language, particularly in 21 languages, simultaneous translation can be used using the technology that is AI. So digital transformation of such kind of the language as well as the education and incorporating online education platform which have been developed by SWAM portal, NAPTEL, CEC, etc., have become the part of our education system. Particularly after COVID-19, the transformation of the education under the NEP 2020 has created new opportunities. And these opportunities have been facilitated by the AIU providing the consultancy services as well as holding the conferences and also establishing academic and administrative development center. 15 universities have been given where AIU gives a seed money of 2 lakhs rupees to train the teachers, particularly in the modern pedagogy. In brief, I would like to say the future work and skill developments are the nectars for creating new ways of the pedagogy, reversing the pyramid where from intensive input to intensive output and process has to be part of the education. Particularly in last 1 year, a number of activities, signing the MOU with US ICFAI for online education, which can help the training of the teachers, and also history of AIU of 100 years under preparation. Following 2 books have also been published: Indian Higher Education Heritage, Implementing National Education Policy 2020, and a roadmap for achieving the Viksit Bharat. We know that more than 500 universities have already implemented NEP 2020, and we expect that in 2024, more and more universities will implement and also provide better opportunities in this globalized world to produce globally competitive world, the youth who can stand today and also get this unique opportunity in this convergence of the diverse academic leaders with shared vision for the future. Together we have a monumental opportunity to shape the landscape of Indian higher education in the years to come. Let us leverage the spirit of Amrit Kal to create an inclusive, affordable, and high-quality education system that caters in the evolving needs of the 21st century and empowers our youth to become the architect of brighter future of Viksit Bharat. With this, I just want to conclude in the words of Swami Vivekananda ji. हमें ऐसी शिक्षा करनी है जिससे चरित्र का निर्माण हो, मन की शक्ति बढ़े, बुद्धि का विकास हो और मनुष्य अपने पैर पर खड़ा हो सके. But I would like to just conclude in the word of Socrates that I cannot teach anybody anything, but I can only make youths to think. With these words, I thank each one of you for coming to this national conference and taking very, very important part, particularly in this era of the Viksit Bharat process. With this, thank you very much, and Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
The print copies of Presidential Address are available for reading. Without further ado, and with a sense of gratitude, I now introduce Professor T.G. Sitaram, Chairman of All India Council for Technical Education, to our audience. Professor T.G. Sitaram is the Chairman of All India Council for Technical Education, New Delhi. He was the Director of Indian Institute of Technology, Guwahati, Assam. He also held the position of Director at Central Institute of Technology, Kokrajhar, Assam, Chairman Board of Directors of IIT Guwahati, Chairman Board of Governors at CIT, Kokrajhar, and Chairman Board of Management of Northeast Regional Institute of Science and Technology, Nirjali, Arunachal Pradesh. Presently, he is the Council Member of Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. I now invite Professor Sitaram to deliver the foundation address.
Namaskar. Very good morning to all of you. Today's chief guest, His Excellency Sri C.P. Radhakrishnan ji, the Governor of Telangana, Jharkhand and Puducherry, Professor G.D. Sharma ji, President of AIU, Professor Vinay Pathak ji, Vice President, Pankaj Mittal ji, and Professor Ganesh, Vice Chancellor of ICFAI University, and all the distinguished people on the dais, off the dais, respected Vice Chancellors of different universities, delegates of this conference, ladies and gentlemen. Warm greetings to all of you. First of all, let me congratulate AIU for completing 100 years, and this is the 98th AIU convention. I'm very happy to deliver the Foundation Day lecture of this August body, and I have titled my talk, Building a Future-Ready India, Vision Plan, Strategy for Technical Education during Amrit Kaal. I know the time is very little because Honorable Governor has to go somewhere. So what I have done is, I will be very brief, but I have already written this as a book. The soft copy of the book will be shared through AIU to all of you. Okay, this is about 78 pages book, so which is clearly highlighting what is the plan for technical education. So being the chairman of All India Technical Education, AICTE chairman, I would like to put in front of you, particularly all the vice chancellors, friends, technical education plays a very crucial role in the development of India. Especially when it comes to become a developed nation by 2047, the field of technical education has become increasingly important to India as a country, seeks to position itself as a global leader in innovation and technology. With the introduction of National Education Policy 2020, AICTE has taken many initiatives for the development of technical education in India with a focus on creating an ecosystem of research, innovation, and technology development, along with creation of startups, as well as entrepreneurial culture among our young youth of the nation. As you know, AICTE was a regulator from 87 with close to 10,000 plus institutions administering each program approvals. But today we would like to be called as facilitator than a regulator, because we would like to work with every one of the stakeholders so that we can elevate the technical education in the country. Friends, I'm very happy to tell you more than 1.3 million graduate engineers come out of India, being the largest producers of engineering graduates in the world, bigger than China. And I'm also happy to tell you these engineers are placed in every company, not just in India, all over the world. I don't think you will find a company without an Indian diaspora with an Indian degree, one of their degree from India, we will never see. Coming to research publications, we are the third largest ecosystem in the research publications, next to America and China. And we are the third largest startup ecosystem in the world with 125,000 startups, which is basically in the last eight years, we have grown from 400 to 125,000 with 125 and more unicorns, generating a market capital of $4.5 billion. Out of this, 1/4 of the money flowing from outside the world to India. And this is the culture we would like to change at AICTE through our Institute Innovation Councils, where we have created 7,500 Institute Innovation Council, and also making awareness about intellectual property rights and many other such initiatives. Friends, developed India in 2047, I say it's no more a dream. It's going to be a reality. It's the time has arrived, actually. And looking at the numbers and what we have excelled, whether it is number of patents, we are again third largest in the country, in the world. And in terms of PhDs produced in the STEM areas, we are again third largest producers of doctorates in STEM areas in the world. So these numbers have not come easy. They have happened because of lot of initiation and work has happened through all of you. You see, every university and every institute has contributed to this, and today we can proudly say we are in the crossroad where we are not only going to be the third largest economy in the world in few years, but there is a greater chance that we will be the country where entire technology drivers of the world, whether it is semiconductors or 6G or any cyber security, data science and artificial intelligence. Friends, AI has changed the way we live, and the future of work without artificial intelligence is very difficult to imagine. Friends, the job roles such as a poet, an artist, as well as a magician, these AI machines, chatbots, can do much faster than human beings. So it's really way in which it is transformed. For example, when I started at AICTE, I wanted to know what AICTE does. Because coming from IIT and Indian Institute of Science, my first question to this ChatGPT was, I just wanted to test that. And when I asked the question, it poured out about 25 pages. Then suddenly, I thought, let me be smarter than this machine. I asked this machine to write a poem about AICTE in 4 stanzas with 4 lines. Believe me, 2 seconds, a beautiful poem encompassing all the activities of AICTE was written by this machine. And I immediately asked another smart question to it, translated this to Hindi. Another less than 2 seconds, and Hindi poem also is there. So why I'm trying to tell you this is these are the skills we thought that cannot be acquired. This has to come through your genes or your parental thing, or you have to slog for several years to become a poet and a magician. But these machines does it at a speed which you cannot believe. Soro can sketch any drawing, any photograph you give it, it can sketch in a fraction of a second. Friends, in this world, what we need to do how to prepare our young engineers, our young graduates of the world. So we need to make them adopt. And also we need to skill them, reskill them, upskill them. Skilling is going to be a continuous learning. So that's where our national education policy is going to play a very big role for us, wherein it has given a lot of flexibility to all of you to prepare young people for the new inventions and the new world altogether in the era of digitization. Friends, how this technical education can be placed to our advantage to the whole world. So how to unlock India's demographic potential through the technical education, that's what I'm going to focus on, and that is what my book also talks about, which I will share with you. The first and foremost is, see, we have done reasonably well in research and innovation through our higher educational institutions, but we need to do skilling. The skilled workforce is the critical for India. Thanks to the government, a new skill ministry, has done a phenomenal job. So we are going to have a larger public digital infrastructure on skill development initiatives as well. Skilled workforce and technical education are closely linked. The next is innovation and research. Technical education fosters innovation and research and developmental activities as well, leading to the sustained growth of developed economy. Industrial growth. If you want to look at hardcore engineering, so we need a very strong technical workforce, where right now we are serving the whole world, but we need to build that, whether it is semiconductors or advanced telecommunication or any other area. Infrastructure development. Friends, a lot of new infrastructure development is happening, and the contribution of technical education is immense again there. Entrepreneurship. If you look at the startups and the entrepreneurial activities, majority of the students who have actually created the new startups of 1,25,000 are the students from engineering education. So global competitiveness is there, but our engineers are ready, ladies and gentlemen. During Amrit Kaal, they are ready to serve the whole world. Whether you go to any company, any design, infrastructure, companies also, our engineers only come, even representing the multinationals. At the end, we have to also look at the sustainable development. Technical education emphasizes sustainable practices, technologies, promoting entrepreneurial ecosystem, resource efficiency, and sustainable growth of our every sector. It's very critical. So overall, what I would like to say, we are well positioned with numbers as well as quality to become the world leader, and the time has come during this Amrit Kaal, India to lead the whole world and through technical education, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, I thank AIU for giving me this opportunity, for sharing some of my thoughts today. And India is a true leader as time has come, as I told you. See, 17th century belonged to the Dutch when they started sailing and conquering the entire world. 18th was British. 19th century after World War was Americans. 20th partly belonged to the Chinese. After COVID-19, it is our time. And the way we have created the public digital infrastructure, our face as an ID walking into an airport, no other country can do